This is where we're at in this country right now. We are getting in this country exactly what we wanted, what we deserved. Even the best of people, the best of Christians, what we did, we got lazy. We weren't diligent. We decided, well, maybe this person would be good because he's going to do good for our schools, or maybe he's going to do good for this, or maybe he's for the working man. That's what I hear a lot. He's for the working man. I believe he's for the common man. If you know anything about history, and I know this much about history, go study the Bolshevik Revolution. Go study all the communist-led revolutions that have taken place in any country, and I promise you, you're going to see a common denominator in every one of them. In every one of them, you're going to see some dictator, some ruler, some communist. He's not going after the wealth, or the wealthy. He's not going after the business owner. He's not going after anything like that. He's going after the workers. And he rounds the workers up, and he makes them promises by saying, I'm for you. I'm for the working man. You need more wages. You need better health care. You need this. The government is against you, and these evil people that are rich are against you, and you need to rise up against them. The same thing is happening, my friend, in the United States of America, and God tried to warn us, and we didn't listen. What a shame that we're in the situation we are in this country. Talking about guys that are not very smart. I'm going to deal with John Conyers for a little bit. Forget amnesty. Look where Democrats now stoop for votes. Democrats in Congress are pushing for a new law that would allow nearly 4 million people currently banned from voting to cast their ballot. And most of those millions, studies show, will vote Democrat. Where will these new voters come from? From the ranks of convicted felons. Last week, a House subcommittee heard testimony on H.R. 3335, the Democracy Restoration Act. Stupidest thing I ever heard of in my life. The bill seeks to override state laws. Here it is, right here. Override state laws, which vary in how they restrict when convicted felons released from prison can vote. The bill, sponsored by Representative John Conyers, a Democrat from Michigan. I don't know if you've ever heard him talk. He just kind of talks like this. And I got a video clip of him to show you here in a minute. It's sponsored in the Senate by Senator Russell Feingold, a Democrat, of Wisconsin, states, the right of an individual who is a citizen of the United States to vote in any election for federal office shall not be denied or abridged because that individual has been convicted of a criminal offense unless such individual is serving a felony sentence in a correctional institution or facility at the time of the election. You see, in this country, when you decide to go against the laws of this country and become a felon, you lose your rights. You lose your rights to vote. They're basically, and this is on top of one of these something we talked about here a few weeks ago, where they're introducing a bill to basically, it's called the Universal Voter Registration Act. In other words, everybody in the whole country that's on a government database anywhere, doesn't matter if they're legal or illegal immigrants to this country, anybody in a database anywhere is going to be automatically issued a license to vote. They're going to be registered to vote. So you're going to have people who do not pay taxes in this country, people who share no responsibility for this country whatsoever, are going to vote. And who are they going to vote on? They're going to vote on the people that's going to give them universal health care. We are seeing the transformation of America right now. And the Democrats were saying, if we vote for this health care thing, we might lose the election. I think it looks here they've got two aces up their sleeve that might ensure them that they will win the next election. If that happens, that will be the worst thing that has ever happened on American soil. By the way, John Conyers, let me show you how smart this guy is. Here's a YouTube video. I can't remember who shot this, but they're asking Representative Conyers about the constitutional stand that the health care bill was on. And they said, is it going to be constitutional? And I want you to listen, because constitutional experts right now are going through what he said, and they're looking for, in the Constitution, what's called the good and the welfare clause of the Constitution. Take a listen to what he said.
the individual mandate in the bill requires individuals to purchase health insurance. The Congressional Budget Office has said that never before in the history of the United States has the federal government required anyone to purchase any good or service. What part of the Constitution do you think gives Congress the authority to mandate individuals to purchase health insurance?
Under several clauses. The Good and Welfare Clause, and a couple others. All the scholars, constitutional scholars that I know, I'm chairman of Judiciary Committee, as you know, they all say that there's nothing unconstitutional in this bill. And if there were, I would have tried to correct it if I thought that there were.
Psalm 12, verse 8, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. This is what we're dealing with in this country. Let's move on. Jesus gets gay just days before Passover and Easter. Just days before Christians worldwide commemorate the death and resurrection of Jesus, a college student's production of a play depicting a Christ-like character as a homosexual is infuriating local residents who plan to protest this weekend's event. The play, called Corpus Christi, written by Terrence McNally, is the Tarleton State University project for student director John Jordan Ott, a 26-year-old homosexual who also says he's a Christian. The play is about acceptance and tolerance. You know, I tell you what, everybody's making Christianity into everything that it's not. Remember, I said a while ago, it's about turning things upside down, and God talked about that. He said there would be a day they'd just turn everything over, turn everything upside down. And so they say that Christianity is about tolerance and love and helping people and all this stuff. And really what they want to make it is, and just get this, see how brilliant this is? Christianity says, Bible Christianity says, that sin will be judged and will be tormented forever because of our sin. So don't sin. The world says, I don't like that. I'm going to give up my beer drinking. I'm going to give up my fornicating. I'm going to give up going out with my boyfriend. And so they say, you know what? Let's reinvent Christianity. And here's what they say in the emergent church. Let's reimagine Christianity. And this is what they're doing, folks. Right before Resurrection Sunday. I just don't like Easter, the whole title Easter, this and that and the other. But we do have a Resurrection Sunday, and I preach the resurrection of Jesus Christ because it's in the Bible and we ought to preach it. But anyway, right up to this, these people, they're getting right in your face with their sin. How are you going to react to it? How are you going to deal with it? When the world gets right up to you with their sin and then begins to impose their sin and their lifestyle upon you and your family and your church, how are you going to react? How are you going to deal with it? And I say to you, get in trouble. Get in trouble. Let me tell you what I'm saying by that. Praying in park puts a man in jail for 9 days. A letter warning of warrant arrives after defendant taken into custody. A Christian who prayed in a public park with 6 other people is serving a 9-day jail sentence for disorderly conduct, even though his case is under appeal and charges against the others were dismissed and overturned. Julian Raven of Elmira, New York, said he was surprised by police at his office, handcuffed and taken into custody this week, according to the Alliance Defense Fund, which is defending Raven. According to his wife, police escorted him out of a court hearing in handcuffs in front of his crying children to begin serving his 9-day jail sentence, the organization said. We were surprised at how eager the city was to arrest Mr. Raven, again in light of his appeal. Now he will serve time in jail. However,